Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. I gotta say that, first, I didn't really care about the performances. I pretty much kind of fast forward through it. But as far as an episode is concerned, with the storyline, I genuinely enjoyed it. I really did. And I want to start off Spencer and Dex. And Trainer, seeing Spencer for the entitled tool that we all know that he is. So Spencer, for some odd reason, decides to walk up to Dex and is like, "Oh, you're supposed to be working. You're not supposed to be sitting there drinking and stuff. You know, my uncle pays you to work and this, that, and the third." He starts ordering him around and talking down to him. Like, yeah, like what I just said. And Trina and Josh sees this and they're both like, "Yo, are you serious?" And I think Dex just wound up walking off because he's like, you know what, I'm not gonna sit there and deal with this tall. Trina is like, yo, listen, I can't stand when you act like this. When you start talking down to people, acting like an entitled jackass, clearly I'm wrong about you. And she walks off, and I'm looking at this whole thing, and I'm like, oh, this is not the first time that you've seen him act like this. Okay? If somebody shows you their true colors, somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Okay? So after the time, she finally walks off, and Josh is like, yo, listen, surprise, surprise. And of course, Spencer's like, oh, yeah, you and how you treated Cam. And Josh is pretty much like, yo, listen, why don't you go back to Europe and just stay there? And she just walks off. And I'm like, you know what? As much as I don't like Josh at times, I was there for Josh. I was there for Josh. Because I'm like, yo, that wasn't even necessary. And, you know, Josh is like, once again, you wind up disappointing Trina. And she walks off. And I'm like, you know what? I'm on her side. Um, Sonny wound up giving Bobby some money, um, a scholarship in the name of Epiphany. And even though Bobby has issues with Sonny because of all the years, the way that Sonny has treated Carly, she's aware that he has his moments and she thanks him and stuff like that. It's a nice little moment. So I enjoyed it. He talked about Stone and stuff like that. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna go kind of sideways, and I'm like, but it was a nice little moment. Link before then was there creeping on Josh, and Brooklyn came over and spilled the drink on them, and Josh walked away, and Link was like, "Hey, listen, you're coming dangerously close to violating our agreement." I'm like, she didn't actually violate your agreement. What are you talking about? She grabbed his hand. She grabbed. I mean, he grabbed her arm and pulled on it really hard, and they talked or whatever for a little bit, and Link walked off to try to find Josh. Now, towards the end of the episode, I think somebody was performing, or they just got done performing, and Brooklyn decided to just air out all this man's dirty laundry, and I'm like, okay, on one hand, that's good for you. That's something that you should do, but you should have did that before. So, I mean, I'm glad you found your integrity. It it's unfortunate I had to sit there and take that push for you to do it, which is kind of odd because it's like, okay, cool. I guess because it's family, it's like, oh, well. I mean, before it was just some strange girls, but this is family, so it's a little bit different. But okay, fine, whatever. You found your integrity. But see, now you're open up for a lawsuit. So now you're gonna have to sit there and deal with that. You probably should have, you know, had your integrity before that. But hey, whatever. is out, so it is what it is. And I guess now that she, outed him and stuff like that, him and Chase could sit there and get back together. Her and Chase can get back together and fa la 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 la. Carly was fangirling over some woman that I had no idea who she was. Um, so I guess that was a scene. I'm assuming that she probably sung nicely. I don't know. I fast forward through it. So towards the end, I guess it was some sort of magic scene. I don't know what that was about, like some sort of magic trick scene with these two characters that I've never seen before. So I don't know what that was about. But let's talk about Anna, Valentine, and dingbat idiot Lucy. Listen, at the end of this episode, everything that happened is on Lucy. Okay? In a lot of ways, I feel generally bad for the people that do like Lucy, that are fans of Lucy, because I'm just like, all right, listen, you write all quirky and stuff like that and funny. Okay, fine. I don't think she should be the butt of every joke. I think she was personally better represented on Port Charles, but whatever. It is what it is. Lucy isn't that stupid, okay? I understand she loves the nurse's ball and stuff like that, but she's been captured before. She thought that she got shot and that she was going to die before. I don't think she would want to sit there and have a repeat of that. So, why she decided to do what she did and put people's lives in jeopardy comes down to bad writing. They had to sit there and move the plot up a lot faster, and Lucy is the weakest link. So, they're going to sit there and really play her like an absolute total moron. This way, Victor found what he were. So, shootout. Anna tells Lucy to run, so she does. They get in, and after they exchange a couple of words, Victor's like, I want the Ice Princess. And of course, they're both like, no, 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 that's not going to happen. This is after Victor talks down to Valentine about, him giving him a lot of help in life, and pretty much he didn't accomplish anything on his own. But they're like, listen, they kind of play coy. They're like, oh, well, Ice Princess is destroyed and yada, yada, yada. So Victor's like, all right, cool. Let's get Anna. And at first, I was like, okay, he's going to shoot Anna and kill Anna or threaten Anna. And he does. He threatens to break her neck. And so Valentine does wind up giving up the necklace. So the henchman lets her go. But towards the end, Victor winds up shooting Anna. So her getting shot is all Lucy's fault. It's all Lucy's fault. Also, towards the end, Victor kidnapped Liesel. Because, this Willow story needs to drag out even longer. I gotta sit down and wonder where they're going with Willow's storyline. I know before there was under contract negotiations and stuff like that. There's a good chance they may actually kill off Willow. Because they dragged this whole cancer storyline up to the bitter edge. And now they decided, let's kidnap the one person that could save Willow's life. I love it. I wonder what Gladys is doing behind the dressing room with Cody and stuff like that. I mean, with Cody's clothes. Because Cody was in there talking to Sasha about the garage and like how come you're not upset or whatever. And Sasha explains it, and Gladys is sitting there watching this whole thing at the corner. So she walks up and she's like, "Oh, Cody, Dante got to talk to you about something." And then the minute he leaves, she starts bad mouthing him. I'm like, "Oh, good old Gladys, 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 Gladys." Keeping it 100. I love it. But I wonder what she's going to wind up doing. Now, Finn and Cody and Mac and Dex wound up performing their totally not degrading scene. Okay, I want to point that out. It's totally not degrading with men taking off half their clothes. Okay, that clearly only applies to men. And no, I'm not letting that go. Portia was still there talking about Trina and if she's ever going to sit there and talk to her again. Again, this whole icing out thing with Portia is it's old and I'm over it. I can't really think of anything else that happened. Now, I know, and I was going to address that in the beginning. That I did sit there and put out a post saying that I wasn't going to do any reviews until the nurse ball is over because I don't really care about the performances. I just don't care. But at least they actually are doing some good story behind the acts, which is great. Again, I want to be clear, stand 100% by everything that I said on Monday because, well, I just did. I'm always going to keep it 100. I'm always going to be honest. Point blank, period. Good or bad. So, yeah. Anyway, for some odd reason, it didn't DVR the episode. I don't know why. I got a DVR for tomorrow moving forward, so that's good. But, I just don't know. Just don't know. Luckily, I was able to sit there and find it on a certain site, YT, and I actually found a good copy after going through like 6 or 7. So that was annoying. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. And also, yeah, moving forward, as long as the episode, I feel like the episodes are gonna be good. So I won't really talk about the songs and all the other crap that they're doing because. But as far as the story is concerned, that's where I'm at. So yes, that's also why I deleted that post. I'm gonna sit there and put up another post anyway, just in case a bunch of people read it. And I was like, okay, cool. I won't see him until. Nope, I'm gonna be here. It's actually funny too because I wound up doing a review yesterday. There was no notes, and I wasn't even planning on doing it. But I love watching the episodes and doing reviews on it. Even when the episode is bad, I'll sit there and do a review on it. So clearly, I just couldn't stay away. Not even for a day. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. I thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.